to What a Worldy podcast with me, Ted, and Mala.
Well, all right, everybody. How are you doing?
He's all right, Mala. Listen, this is the first time we've done this, used the new technology and stuff like that. So we've got like a microphone, we've got a camera.
We've got, Ted, we've got some glasses as well. Do you know what I mean?
So if you can't hear anything or there's a delay or anything like that, let us know in the comments and we'll try and change a few things, you know what I mean? But it's all about the Euros, man.
Well, right, I'm telling you now, it is, but I don't know if like we should even be in the Euros and all of that. Because didn't we say like we're not going to do that anymore? Because it's Eurovision we got now, didn't we?
No, what?
The proper did us in.
They did, didn't they? Do you know what it was? It was for one reason and one reason alone. Because the song is shite.
Well,
everyone said, it's because we left Europe. No, we've always done shite in Euro. I don't think we've won it since the, what's he called, Shell Bacon, got a flange out.
Well,
you know what I mean? The bacon slice, it was known as.
Well, it was class, that.
You know what I mean? So, thank you for tuning in, thank you for watching. You know, regular viewers who watch TED Talks, the TED Anchor podcast, this is a new one. In the World Bar, as you can see there, we've got a map of the world. We've got beer and well, that's it. Yeah, that's all you need. You know what I mean, you dickheads. So,
Ted, Uruguay is there.
You usually like class in the geography. Dead chuffed.
No, look here, right here. Watch this. Here. Look, that's Brazil. That's Brazil, isn't it?
Yes, brother. Sit down. Right, I'm going to have a look what's going on in the comments and see who's joining us tonight. Oh, there's lovely Sophie there. Yes, lads, best time of the week when a new live.
Well,
I think it's fine. It's when I pop round after the show, Sophie, which you know. All right, Richard. Nice to see you there. There's Mally. No, lads.
No, Mally.
Aye, lads. So we're not high. We just get drunk. You know what I mean? So cheers.
It is early doors, so Ted. Do you know what I mean?
It is, yes.
Been known for poppers, haven't you? Well,
me and Mally used to go out in London, like, because Mally lived in London for a bit when he worked on the fairground.
Well,
yeah, and we used to go out in Soho, and we used to pop into the sex shops and buy some of that. What was it called? Liquid Gold.
Liquid Gold, man. Hang on, right? Just because in case like there's loads of grassing going on all over the shop nowadays, isn't there?
Loads of grass.
Right. Yeah. So just to let you know, we were using that as room deodorizer, weren't we, Ted? Because when a room stunk, you'd have a little sniff of it. That's what it
I used to use it to make my legs go like jelly and to open up my bumhole.
Ted, is that what they use? You know, like when a lad, like he has a fall down on a football pitch and the lad runs on, does he give him a bit of poppers?
Yeah,
you know, when they're like that, well, I got some of that.
Yeah, that female physio, you know, used to work for Mourinho. Just go, there you go, and finger up your bum.
That's why they sacked him.
Yeah, right, well listen, we'll tell you a little bit about the show. It is our first show. We launched it a bit early. We talk about the European Football Championships, which is coming up and starting on June the 11th.
Come on, Borough! Do you know what I mean? It's all of that.
This is a nationwide podcast and not regionalised like previous ones. So a lot of the Middlesbrough references we normally do will just go.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying come on Spurs or not like that.
No. What we've got to do, Mara, is we've got to cheer on the England.
Well,
we've got to cheer on the Wales.
Well,
we've got to sort of like the Scottish a little bit.
Not at all.
If we've got any Scottish viewers watching, it is a very unbiased podcast. We're going to represent the Homo nations.
It is, yeah, well, that's what it is. But, right, here, listen, right, if you've got any Scottish lads and lasses watching, right, this is the internet, right, and what happens on here, like, I know because you haven't had this for a long time up there, like, lads like us come on, that's what it is.
We do, yeah, we come on and we talk a load of shite and we see if you enjoy it or not, you know what I mean? But yeah, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to try and keep it quite generic about the Euros each week. Like I say, we're starting it a bit early, and as the tournament starts, we're going to have new stuff to talk about. But this week, you know, because the squads have been announced, I think we should talk about the people being brought into the squads.
I'm outraged, by the way.
What were you called up?
Well, listen, like I'm still waiting because Lafayette, they call late, don't they? And I can get a game for Lafayette, being told.
It does look doesn't it?
Well,
You know what I mean? Look at that face.
Yeah, no, I'm not furious about that, Ted. I'm furious about, oh, did Patrick Bamford not get a game? Are you having a laugh? Yeah, I'm not happy. Like, I know he played for the Borough, but he's also played for Leeds, hasn't he? And he played for Burnley. Well, he didn't really, did he? Sat on the bench because that.
I've got a theory, Mala, right? My theory is Bamford, right? He's one of the most intelligent footballers out there. And I don't mean about on the football pitch, I mean in general. He's like, he went private school, sorry.
Well, I went to the private school because, right, I was always sent out to class one night and I was in on my own, and that means it's private.
Private detentions.
I was on my own, man, that's private. How much more private can you get if you're on your own?
Listen, it's too clever. So Southgate thinks he's a clever man, so he doesn't want to be. He wants to be the cleverest man in the squad. If Bamford goes in, boom, he's got the highest IQ. It's Dyche. He didn't like him because he was clever.
Well, but I don't like him either because he didn't like the Super Borough, did he? But anyway,
and he has a voice like a monster.
Well, he would like.
Yeah, we had a good guy.
But is that why he called Kane up? Because he looks like he eats crayons. Do you know, like when he speaks and that?
He's got no teeth, Kane.
Well, he's good at the football, though, isn't he?
He is good at the football. Yeah. He's good at doing that thing where he's not like he's holding a pint, but he backs in and then he goes, ah!
Yeah, that's my top technique. You know, like when you're fighting a bouncer, right, and they're going to come and get you, you just go, yeah, on my back, and they leave you alone, and then they start filling someone else in.
Remember when we used to go nightclubbing, and our technique was like we'd be dancing like this, like that. Well, you're a bird, like on the dance floor, and then we put our hands there. Get close like that, and then we start grabbing all them bits and stuff like that, wouldn't we? But what used to happen most of the time is you'd be doing that, and I'd be doing that. The bird would move up the way me, and you would just be holding hands. We would. We'd just be holding hands like just a couple of like guys who like each other. Not like that, you know what I mean? That's an appropriate comment there. Class poppers there from Graham Patton.
Well, he's maybe talking about my Kappa tracksuits. Do you know what I mean? Because. Again, like, this is the thing though, like, how many, let's have a bet now, ladies and gentlemen, who's going to first bring back poppers? I think the Italians are mad for it, mate. Like, they'll bring back Kappa poppers.
Kappa poppers, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you just stood there, stripper pants, so you're getting ready to warm up, you just whoosh straight off you.
See, when I do that, my knackers fall out of size.
Well, I've seen them.
You know what I mean? Really big up snappers these days, you know what I mean? We're talking about football today, man. Let's have a look at what else is on the chat. Some Andy Lynch there. I like footy Doyle's. Someone Sophie's asked me, how was David Geneva birthday party? That Bouncy Castle class. If you go on my Facebook page, I had a bit of a time with the Bouncy Castle. He's not a baby anymore, Geneva. He's 3, but he's 5'4". So
what do you mean? He was in there for the pint with me the other day. He's like 15, man. He's like, I slept on that Bouncy Castle for 2 days. It was class.
He did, like, you know what I mean? Yeah, he did. Glenn was asking, did you get the shit stain off your boxers, Mal, after that?
Listen, you're not allowed to talk about that. Man, right, put down the internet and go to bed, you're nearly 70. Do you know what I mean? I got in loads of trouble for that last week. Don't talk about that. We're on national, isn't it?
It's a national show. Do you know what? Someone's asked me something on here, right? And it's a national show, and it's because it's about Thornaby. I'm going to talk about it because it's our hometown. And Andy Parker said, Ted, please give Thornaby Village Balls Club open day this Monday, 1:30 p.m. Free drink for you if you pop down. Can I bring Jack?
Is that the lad that's over the road?
It's a little ball, isn't it?
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I don't know. Now
I think it's called a Jack, isn't it? Yeah, I don't know, you know what I mean? All right, Mick, evening, daft lads, just put that right. Listen, we're going to talk football. I'm going to bring up on screen the squad that has been announced for each Homo nation, right? So let's what do you want to do first? Wales?
Yeah, like the Welsh are always the easiest to do, do you know what I mean?
I'm going to bring up the Welsh.
If you when you go out in Cardiff, lads, it's easy. I'm telling you now. Class Welsh girls, love them.
Right, here we go. Here is the squad announcement. Now, I don't know about you, but I can't see the one with the big ears on there. Has he been missed out of the announcement? What's he called?
Bailey, no.
Bales. Got bear balls.
Well, I don't know. He's probably too handsome to play for them, lads, isn't he?
Or have I just put up the squad from a couple of seasons ago?
Yeah, right, Ted. Right, I'm not having this. Straight away, the cheating. I knew the Welsh should start cheating straight away. Have a look at that. They've got 2 players. They've got Brian Robson and Carnu, and they've just called them the same thing. Robson, Carnu. Hey, that's two lads, that.
Yeah.
Don't be messing about, Wales.
Brian Robson is used to operating in two different personas, like the time he did geography teacher, football player, when he posed in his shorts and blazer. So we are still here, just if you're wondering, I'll bring that back up. Look, so you can see on there, a couple of players stand out for me there.
Who's Fon?
Fon Williams, his real name's Fonzie, and he's in goal and he just goes, hey!
Well,
he just sort of catches the ball like this, hey!
I knew a bird called Gunter. I don't know if that's the same one.
No, it isn't. Collins, that can't be that ginger centre-back who's 50.
I tell you what, right? Like, I'm telling you now, I'm just going to go through these, right? Right? You've got, like I do with most of the Welsh girls. Right, yeah. No, right, you've got Gordon Ramsay on there, haven't you?
Yeah.
Right, you've got Steve Allen. Right, he's a lad, isn't he?
You've got Vito Allen.
Is that Joe Allen?
Vito Allen is a great footballer, Vito Allen.
As long as it's not Woody Allen, because he's a bad lad.
He's got a tackle.
Yeah, you've got Joan Collins in there. They've got like a celebrity team. They're class.
I'll be honest with you, like, we need to do a bit of research. We don't know many of the Welsh players. Not since Bellamy retired and Rush. Maybe any others? Any other Welsh ones?
Who was that? Was it Savage Welsh?
He was, yeah.
Well,
he still is, because like he probably thought, I'm not being Welsh anymore.
No,
but I've got a big fucking company, you know.
Well,
so, but right, okay, let's have a look at the Scottish squad there. As you can see there. Listen, we're meant to be steering.
This is class.
We're meant to be non-biased on this podcast.
I thought Ramsey would be playing for them, surely.
Well, Andy Robinson, great player, right? Billy Gilmore, great player. I'm unsure about a lot of the... Stuart Armstrong's not bad for Southampton, right?
Shea Adams, he's all right, isn't he?
He's all right as well. Craig Gordon, he's about 108, isn't he?
He's still class. He's still class.
He probably come to Middlesbrough, you know what I mean? Ryan Fraser, so...
There's Liam Gallagher's lad there, Declan.
Seen him before. Yeah. Lie down Dykes, that's one of them chat lines.
I thought it was Morrissey's new album. Only the Morrissey fans will get that one. No, it's the name of one of his albums.
I don't like
we won't get it. It's all right.
Fucking hate Morrissey. Stop talking about Morrissey.
Who would he play for? Because it's like an Irish name, but English person, isn't it? So he'd probably play for Northern Ireland. Well, I have solved that one.
Yeah.
No need to write in.
Now, we understand a lot of the people watching this are probably English, so we're going to look at the English team now. Okay. So, are you ready?
Well,
we can do a little pop around here like this. Look, like that. So, there you go. Right. So, are you happy with them 4 goalkeepers? 4 goalkeepers.
Yeah, right. I'm telling you now, right. I don't know one of them, right. But the other lads, that's that lad who was from Sunderland, wasn't he?
The chaff.
Pickford.
Yeah.
I think he's all right.
I don't like him, mate.
He's one of them that if he gets to pick like the music on the team bus, it's going to be like Children of the Night.
Yeah.
Class.
Yeah. Or it's going to be Coco Jambo or something like
that. Class.
Oh, lads, listen. Oh, man, we've got a European Championship game. Yeah, Coco Jambo. Yeah. That's what he's like, isn't he? He's a joyful. Right, listen. Keeper-wise, you're going to have to drop one of them keepers. Who are you going to drop? I only know one of them.
I only know 2 of them. Who's that other lad? I don't have a clue who he is.
I mean, Ramsdale, he finished bottom of the league, but he saved the most shots. And Johnson plays for West Brom, but I didn't even know he existed. So I'd drop Johnson, mate.
Well, I'd drop Pickford.
I'd love to drop Pickford off the flyover.
No, yeah, I'd play with Dean Henderson in, I think.
Right.
He'd be my keeper.
Yeah, I think we've got a bad goalkeeper situation. But when we look at defenders, we've got 4 right backs on there. Now, I think Alexander Arnold's got to go, definitely. I think, for me, Walker's got to go because he can play centre-back. And Trippier, what if we come up against Spain? He'll be like, yeah, I'll put Trippier on because he'll know how to mark that Spanish winger, you know what I mean? He's just won La Liga in Spain. Is that what it's called? La Liga.
Well, yeah. No, it's an illegal stream. That's the one we watch. It's illegal, isn't it? I think like they call the football.
Yeah.
But yeah, right. I wouldn't, I'd just take one of them. I'd just take Arnold. He's class.
Arnold?
Well, Arnold. You call him Alexander Arnold. I'll just call him Arnold.
Arnold!
He's known as Arnie down the club, man. He's mint. I'd have him.
I mean, let's look at this differently. We can all see the squad, right?
Right, listen, I'm going to ask you something here, right?
Yeah.
I don't know a lot of these lads, so if I just knock a couple of these lads' names out, right,
Yeah.
you've got to describe them to me, but because you know me, I want them to describe about what sort of lad they were at school, right? Are you ready?
Go on then.
Right, here, I'm going to start with, let's have a look, here. Jack Grealish, who was he?
Jack Grealish, he's probably someone who had all the new trainers at school, had the same haircut all the way through school. Probably all the lasses fancied him. He'd stick his foot, class athletic. So he always got out of detention to go play school football.
Was he good at was he good at fingering lasses or not?
Definitely got a finger in lasses as well. Probably, I say Grealish is probably the first in his class to finger a lass. Let's have a look. What would you say about Harry Maguire?
Who's that? Harry Maguire, right? I reckon he was like just that big lad who used to play rugby. And they said, "Yeah, where do you play?" And he went, "Get at the back." You know, because he has a monster-sized head, doesn't he?
He has an
do you know what I mean?
He has an head like an armchair.
Well, I think he was that lad. I think he was like he was dead nice at school, but he was like, you know what I mean? He didn't have the best trainers, but he was sound. But no one wanted to mess with him because he just push.
Yeah, you don't want to put off that big napper, do you? Right, Phil Foden for me. Phil Foden, he's like one of them little shits, right? Who would go down the top shops for dinner on like school dinner break like that, and he'd be the one nicking the root veg from outside of the corner shop because you couldn't catch him because he was fast and like skinny. He weighed about 6 stone. Would that be correct?
Well, no, he's like that lad at school who was like 3 years below everybody else, but he was class of football. Like, and he had like an odd cousin, and he'd be like, "Well, he's playing with us," and like if you kicked him, he used to get a bat.
Yeah.
Well,
Mason Mount, his mum used to get bullied for his.
I thought you were going to say his mum used to get mounted.
That's right. Yeah, he used to get bullied about his mum's surname. That would be Dominic Calvert-Lewin. I'd probably think that was like a netballer or something. He
sounds posher than like Bamford, man.
I'm Dominic Calvert-Lewin.
Isn't that the lad who did changing rooms and that? And like he like had a like big cravat and everything else, and he used to come round and paint stuff on the wall.
That's Lawrence Llewellyn, you fucking dickhead. Who else you got there? John Stones. Well, he runs like he's carrying a fucking bag of them on his back. I'm only kidding. He's good.
Yeah, I bet you is, right? And you know, I reckon that Marcus Rashford, he used to hang around with the dinner lady. Do you know what I mean? He was bang on to his dinners, that lad.
Where's Marcus having a game of score and go pick a pie?
He'd be like,
"No, sorry, I'm walking with Mrs. Tupling."
He was bang on in the dinner queue all the time. Because fair play to that lad, he's like helping loads of lads like myself. Like when I was in it to get like dinners and that, and he. So he's class. So I'm happy with him.
Yeah,
I hope he plays.
Let's do one more. Jude Bellingham. I'd smash him, like.
Yeah, you will. I too, right? I would. Didn't she used to do like? Didn't she have something with Janino once? Oh, yeah, well, sorry. Right, yeah. Brazil.
What's going on the someone just said that kick fit gash. Would you chop the keeper and bring in Paddy Bamford? I would, and I'd probably put him in goal, Stephen, you know what I mean?
I'd have our Paddy anyway. I love him, he's class.
Walker, Maguire, Stones, James back four. Would anybody like to see Trent Alexander-Arnold play? Would anyone like to see him play centre midfield? Because
no,
I think he's unbelievable on the ball. All right, his defending lets him down, but when he's got the ball, he can pick a pass out from anywhere. He's creative. He's class.
He's a poor man's Richie Smallwood.
I thought you were going to say he's a poor man's Curtis Fleming there.
No. Curtis Fleming was class. No one's better than him. Don't worry about it.
So we've had that one, yeah. Harry Maguire had like a 10-bob bit. I think that's old currency.
Well, we are in the Euros, aren't we? And they use weird stuff and that, don't they?
Oh, yeah. Someone's coming on the 82 shirt, original.
No one's commented on my Primark original yet. Well, yeah.
So, Calvin Klein.
You will I nicked this up a washing line on the way in.
Sean, who scored in every league and international as Welsh. Thank you for that fact, Stephen Downey, you dickhead. You know what I mean? Wicked. Here we go. Someone's doing that straight in midfield if can.
Yeah, well, I think you should put the lads right. Listen, the Euros for the British lads like out there, because you know we're not going to win it because they're going to do us out. They're going to nil Quares and some referee's going to be like, doubt it, and they're going to send Kane off or do something mad. So let's just go for the most book team we can. So the lads were the best there, and the lads that'll do the most smashing. So we'll be the best looking lads in Europe. And no, that's his mum. No,
who's the Man United striker? Not Rashford, the other one.
Greenwood.
Well, he gets some flange. Greenwood. He gets discounted. Greenwood.
Then Flodden did, didn't he? Because he's like, he's dead cute. Forden and they'd love him.
He just never been with the last report. Next thing you know, he has 3 pills and scuffed it up. He knows what he's doing.
Well, and he likes it in Iceland, that lad. I've heard. Yeah, I've heard that.
Listen, I'm going to bring another image up here, right? Now, this is quite controversial, but let's see what you think. This is best 11 not to make the Euro squad. And you look there, you've got McCarthy in goal there. Well, straight away, he's better than probably 3 of the goalkeepers already in the squad for me, I think.
Well,
Wan-Bissaka, I think that's right. I think we've got too many good right backs.
Yeah, I think Wan-Bissaka's a good right back.
I don't like him.
Wan-Bissaka's he's a proper class lad, and he's probably our only right back. The rest of them are like, I'll be a right back until I slide up the wing. And he just sticks at right back.
James, he's like solid right back, isn't he?
Yeah, Wan-Bissaka's better man. He's class. I like him, mate.
All right then. Tarkowski.
He should be playing for Russia. Doubt it. Not having that. And he plays for Burnley.
Dyer, well, the clues in the name there. He definitely doesn't deserve to be any garbage. And he looks like he could be like, something in Terminator 5.
I always think, did you ever watch Red Dwarf? Do you know Crichton? Crichton it?
So you.
Well, I know, but like I'm saying, he does.
He's saying about you as well. Tamari, that's Tamari, Milan in Italy. That's what he's playing at the minute, isn't it?
I don't know who that lad is.
Yeah, it's on loan from Chelsea at Milan.
Is Maddison and Bamford still on loan from Chelsea?
Neil Maddison. Neil there. He's 48-year-old Neil Maddison making his first England cap there, he could be. He's had a bit of a poor season.
Neil Maddison, big class.
James
Maddison, well, like.
Yeah. Delhi, that's just lazy, that, isn't he?
Delhi.
Why is he trying to give himself like a Brazilian name?
Well,
what's he called? Delhi what?
Delhi Ali.
Yeah, I just want to name himself after the famous boxer, does he?
No, or after someone that sits behind your house. Right?
The chomp.
I like Ings, he's class.
Ings, yeah. Barkley, don't like Barkley. He looks like someone who'd go nicking on farm foods.
That's class.
Callum Wilson, 2 injury prone. Bamford, we've talked about. Bamford and Ings should be in instead of Watkins, in my opinion.
Bamford should be in instead of like Watkins and loads of them. Yeah, right. Listen, I know he plays for Leeds and like us Borough lads and that. Don't really get on with the Leeds lads, but like we love Bamford and you love Bamford, so let's get together and let's bully Southgate into getting Bamford in the squad. Let's do a bit of bullying. Old school, just send Southgate some letters going, I think it's really bad. He scored loads of goals, man, in his class.
What I'm going to do is, I'm going to sneak, I know where Southgate lives in Harrogate, I'm going to sneak into his wardrobe, I'm going to wipe my ass and all his waistcoats, like that. So when he stood on the touchline in his best tweed waistcoat, and you could see all the subs sniffing him.
Hoppers in his waistcoat, that's what it is. They're all sniffing him.
I think there's going to be a few injuries in these couple of games, Bamford could creep in, because...
What, like Nosferatu? So we just expecting like Bamford to start like... I want him to be on me. I tell you now, right, it's a crime that lad isn't going to be picked for the English squad. And you're just going to go, hey, look at Watkins and all that. Hey, who scored the most goals? I'm not having it. And I like Danny Ings. Are you, Kate? You all right? And I like Danny Ings as well. He's been class, right? Just because he doesn't play for one of the big, massive clubs, I don't care.
His goal per game ratio is pretty good.
Ings.
Yeah.
Well, right, think about this, right? What happens when you're playing football? Like, lads and lasses, we all know, right? Who's you shouting for a ball? Ollie! Ollie! Like for Watkins.
Ollie!
Yeah,
Ollie,
but if
Ollie.
Ollie Solskjaer is watching the match, he might be like, he's shouting at me! And it causes a kick-off. We need to kick. Ingsy! Do you know what I mean? No one's called Ingsy.
Yeah,
exactly. Ings. Well,
Yeah. No, it's a tough decision. We've got a lot of talent that Southgate has to choose from. I think he's got it about 90% right, but everyone else will have a different opinion. But this is the burning question, Mallet. I'm going to ask you this with my real serious face.
In a serious face, so why didn't the Sombalonga get in the Scottish squad?
Yeah,
He's class. Well, you should have got in there.
Serious question. Do you think we will get to the final of the European Championships?
Right, if we don't get snookered by a dodgy ref, because that's what I think is going to happen, right? And if Grealish can stop poking birds, we probably might have a chance.
Yeah. Do you think Jack Grealish might get a Brew Cream advert out of this?
Well,
Beckham did, didn't he?
Well, I think that's a bit slanderous putting him and Beckham in the same bracket.
Honest question, do you think Jack Grealish has got really nice legs?
I'd book him, mate.
Yeah.
And he's one of them lads that he doesn't wear shin pads, does he? So he's like, well, come and get me, or however
he does. I like a couple of slices of bacon.
Well, that's class. So he's going to get his legs kicked out from him probably, and then you bring on Paddy Bamford because he's class.
I'm not sure where. Do you know what, mate? Do you know what else, apart from his intelligence, Southgate doesn't like about Bamford? I'm telling you this now, that in fact he gets a little tickle and he rolls around on the floor like he's from Portugal.
He's goals prove it. I'm having Bamford all the way. How are you, buddy? You hit Muller up, I'll come and do something. But we need to get a bullying campaign to Southgate. I'm thinking we do it viral.
He doesn't like blondes.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, good. Paul Hanlon's just said there, as long as we don't get nil points.
We are going to do, aren't we?
We're going to do all right. Because this podcast is going to channel all the energy to the England team, and they're all going to be watching it in the little cabins where they bunk up together. And we're going to go, the lads are behind us, the nation's behind us.
This is
all the 12 people who watch this podcast are behind us.
Well, 19. Well, this is a good point, this though. If you're a multi-millionaire footballer, right, and you've got like a Ferrari, and are you going to be happy when you go on holiday to the Euros and you have to bunk with somebody? I'd be like, I want my own room.
If it was Grealish, I'd be happy.
Well, you get all that cast-off flange.
Yeah.
Well, but I wouldn't be happy, me. I'm like, do you know what I mean? I'm a millionaire and I've got to share a room with somebody. How are England? Sort it out.
It's a good point, that, Mallet. Yeah, it really is. I'd want to share with Southgate because then I'd make sure I knows got the game.
Well, yeah, but
I get his shirts.
As you know, Southgate is he's a legend for us Borough lads because that's where I'm a Borough lad. But he's a legend for us and we love Southgate. But I wouldn't want to share a room with the lads. It'd be just reading books and analysing stuff, you know what I mean, all the time. And reading quotes.
The fucking snoring that's going to come out of that nose.
Yeah, this is one for everybody on here, though, right? Who would you share a room with in the England camp?
Who would you share a room with in the England camp? Let's listen. Lasses, particularly, who can't go hear this. Lads, just, if you think someone's got a good PlayStation or something, let us know. Who would you share a room with? Go!
Well,
the comments are flooding in, they really are, you know what I mean?
Just calling in somebody there who's coming in to do some little bits and bobs.
Very important kit.
Have we got anybody coming in yet? Missing a bullying campaign. Who's that? Yet?
Maller's
bullying campaign. It's taken off. It's gone viral.
Paul Hamlin's he wants to share a room with Sam Fox. I don't think she's part of the tour. I'm afraid, Paul.
She might be.
You can put posters all over your wardrobe, not on the walls though, because you don't want to blue tack on.
But you can't because you're sharing with somebody. So you've got to have a danger one. Well, they go for a shower. And if it's Tyrone Mings, he doesn't go for showers because it's in the name, isn't it? Mings. Because it smells.
Do you know what? this is the truth. This is the truth.
Well,
Right? The truth, Bish. People might not know this, but Tyrone Mings was homeless for quite a few years. This is a true fact, honestly. Before he was a professional footballer, he was homeless.
I'm not going to laugh about that because it's quite sad, isn't it?
It is quite sad.
Well
I
done.
don't think that his son got anything to do with that predicament at all. Because he'd be called Tyrone Bins, wouldn't he? It isn't God's honest truth. That is look it up, and I do honestly. Tyrone's watching this.
I think he just turned off.
Oh, he's gone.
Yeah, it's all right, Tyrone. You're all right, man.
But well done, mate, for working your way up to playing for the country, and you know.
And having to share a room with somebody else, even though you're a millionaire.
Imagine someone like going, I'm not sharing a room with Mings.
Well,
good, wouldn't you?
They probably have that conversation though, don't they? Like, who's sharing with the boss? Who's sharing with self? Who do you think that team's licking Southgate's bum? There'll be a couple in there.
Yeah, definitely. Mount for me, he's a little bum licker, I think. He'd be like, hey, listen, Jack Grealish went to bed at 9:10 last night. We were all asleep at 8:50 like we were meant to be. He was up all night on Grindr. Is that what it's called? I don't know.
Well, class.
So, yeah, Mount's little grass. Loads of grass going on in the England camp. We'll do a banner for that next time.
Well, loads of grass and going on.
So,
have we got any suggestions about who they want to share rooms with?
Someone's put here, I would share with Harry Kane is he's bored as fuck, so he gets to sleep.
Well, it's a fact.
Good point,
well,
because you'd be going like, yeah, Bobby, listen, I'm going to make you a story about the gingerbread man.
I didn't think your man had booked in. Sean Dyche isn't even going to the England team. What you're on about?
Yeah.
Well,
Can't catch me on the gingerbread man.
He's still going to score loads of goals, even though he does eat crayons. And
if he plays, this is my lineup now. Let's do the lineup from the front backwards. I always like to do from the front backwards. Tastes nicer. Kane at the top, right? Sancho, Sterling, right? Actually, 3 for me. Okay. Midfield. Now this is controversial, but I would go with Foden, Henderson, and Bellingham. They would be my 3 midfielders.
Bellingham's not old enough, right?
But he's a fucking machine.
Yeah, I tell you what though,
He looks 50.
If we have any games past 8:30, he'll be knackered. He'll be tuckered out. He'll have to be like, well, you'll have to sub him at half time.
Yeah, well then you bring on Declan Rice, don't you then? And you've got Ward-Prowse who come on and take 3 kicks and take you back off.
Will I.
And then me back 4 would be Trent at right back, Maguire, Stones. And this is the debatable one. I would go with the Chelsea left back rather than the Man United one. What's he called? Chilwell. Yeah. And then in goal, I'd just probably play fly keeper. No scoring in the box.
How brave would that be? I think that's something like Guardiola.
Southgate can do a press conference and say, listen, we're going to play fly keeper today. You're not allowed to score in the box.
Well, yeah, that's revolution. You know, when they're talking about changing the Euro leagues and that's what they should do. Like doing breakaway leagues, just have fly keepers.
Keepers, yeah.
Fly and rush, class.
Yeah, 3-touch football, and you can only allow to follow your header in the box.
Correct. Well, I love that.
Yeah.
So my team, right, I'm going to reselect the squad, by the way, because I'm not happy with what he's done there. I'm going to have Kane up front, because he's class, isn't he?
And he's captain.
And I'd have Kane up front. I'd have Sterling, because he's class for England, even though he's been a big crap for Man City recently. And I'd have Sancho, so technically I've got the front for you. But I'd have Bamford ready to come on. At any time, I'm going to get Bamford on.
Just on the side, you're boss, I'm ready whenever you are.
I'll get Paddy on somewhere, right? In my midfield, I'd have Foden, like you did, at a point, because I'm going to do this like a 3. Right, so I'd have Foden, then I'd have 2 sitting behind him of Rice and Henderson.
Oh.
Right, because Foden's free and he can do what he wants. And if you get Sterling, if you work a bit hard and you get Sancho, them 3 become 3 behind 1, if you know what I mean.
That's a good spice.
Spice Girls on 3 behind 1. Right, I wouldn't have Maguire anywhere near my team, by the way, and I wouldn't have Stones, but we're going to have one of them. So I'd probably have Stones at centre back. I'd have, let's see, I'd have.
You better pick Trent
Alexander at right back. Well, I don't know who I'd play at left back, probably Chilwell. And I need another centre back, so you're going to have to help us out. And in goal, I'd have Henderson.
Well, What? He's only playing midfield.
The other one.
Oh yeah, so his brother. Yeah. Well, there's your team there. So Lingard, I don't know, people's impact subs and defenders: Stones, Maguire,
No.
Connor Cody,
No. See what I mean? We
Ben White, or Carl Walker.
Tell you what, I might have Carl Walker playing a centre back though, but no, I tell you what, we are short on centre backs like now. When you look at that, that's a worry.
No, we're not.
No, they're all crap. That's what I mean. Like they're not good, are they? I mean, no way. Think about the time, right? When we used to have the centre backs at one time, right? We had Ferdinand, didn't we? Right? We had Woody, who was class, even though he was a bit ropey at management, he was still class. Yeah, but if he'd have been fit, he'd have been class, right? We had, who else did we have? We had Carragher.
Tony Adams.
We had Tony Adams. We had Campbell. We had Terry.
Mark
we
Wright.
had loads of class. Well, what, that lad from Towie?
Yeah.
He's good, like, you've seen him.
Phil, I was going to say Phil Bad, but he's Irish.
Well, yeah.
I don't know. Listen, matters. I hope you enjoyed the first What a Worldy podcast. It was a bit of a fuck show, to be honest. You know what I mean? We're just getting used to the tech. We're just getting used to what's going on, and we're hoping to have a more of a structured agenda next week. So please do share this around. Invite people to follow at What a Worldy podcast on Facebook and Twitter. I think they're the things. If not, just tell them to follow me. Literally my house where I live, and I'll give them a scuttle. And we'll be back next Thursday at 7 p.m. with some more great discussions about the European Football Championship.
And probably, like, he's going to let me say more controversial stuff next week, aren't you?
Yeah, I had to pull that stuff you were going to say about Polish people.
Well, yeah, I'm telling you now, it's coming out next week. So be prepared. You actually smash. You know what it means, lads.
Love Mallory, this is Doyle. Listen, thank you very much. We've also timed this perfectly with the podcast going forward because it's always on a Thursday, and England will never play on a Thursday. And even with the semis, the quarters, the final, it's worked out perfectly. So there's no excuses not to watch unless you think it's shit. Then just keep that yourself. You know what I mean? We don't even want to know, do we?
I think we should call the final a full-on. You know, like you have a semi-on and a full-on, semi and a full-on. Well, Here, someone get in touch with the Euro lads, see if they can make that happen for us. Here, cheers. I'll be happy with that.
Listen, before we go, some people, Graham Patton's company, Henderson, Walker, Stones, Maguire, Henderson, Foden, Mount, Trent, Chilwell, Grealish, Kane. I think he said Henderson 5 times there.
He likes it.
So it's a good there. And a good laugh. Thank you. Enjoy your evening. Thank you, Paul. We've had someone just said put Rocky in goal there, Paul. Thank you very much. Escape the victory. Listen, thank you very much. Lots of comments coming in. We couldn't really share them all because this podcast is going to be also available for audio podcast in your big ears and that as well. So check out the usual places. It should be going on there. Hopefully on Sunday I can be asked to upload it, you know what I mean? But we'll be back next Thursday, won't we, man, with some more Euro stuff on What a Worldy podcast. It's proper class, you daft bell witch, you know what I mean? See you later.